I'm sorry, CCJ. Oh. Hello. I see you are all here again. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are having a good time. Or even if you are not having a good time, that you soon will be having a good time. I am not having a good time. But it's alright. It's going to be alright. Because I will push through. This is what one does. Even in hard times, we push through. And things will get better before we know it. You see, I sent mail to someone the other day, which was a letter asking for help to Rhea. Oh, that is... momentary organization of things. I sent mail to someone the other day, and perhaps they have responded. Rhea is a therapist, and could help me in my situation, I believe, possibly. Oh. Oh. Slightly more concerning of a thing. Oh, that is... Oh. Coupon, the Diamond Mall. I did not get to see the supposed artificial souls being used at the Diamond Mall. I knew it sounded very odd to me that even artificial souls were being used. It just feels... something about it feels unfortunate. If that makes sense. Maybe that's not the right word. This poor thing. It's okay. I know maybe you don't... maybe you're not really fully sentient or anything, but that doesn't make you not important. You're still important. It's okay. I will keep hold of it. I will take care of it. No expiration date. What an odd thing to say about something. Coupons are important? Time to go shop. I'm not going to spend... I don't feel like even artificial souls should be something normalized to be a currency. That feels very wrong. I will hold on to it. It will be safe with me. It's going to be okay, little thing. Whatever you are. It's going to be okay. You're safe with me. Oh, okay. I did not need more responsibility, but this is fine. This is fine. That's okay. Oh, I got mail. Hello, Ceeb. I've received your letter, and I'm happy to invite you to the Selene Sanctum. We can talk a little more. That'd be great. Jack!
Hey,
oh,
I was just
hi.
coming up to put stuff in your mailbox, but you're right here, so.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, it's so funny that you gave me fish and chips. It went into the fish and chips that I already had.
Well, those are brand new, fresh, tasty.
Jack, did you get one of these? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Oh, sorry.
Did you get one of these? It's okay.
I don't know. I haven't checked my mail in a little bit. I did, yeah.
I
What
recommend.
is...
It's I believe I was told by Misty they were using artificial souls at the Diamond Mall,
Huh.
which I don't think should be normalized as a currency. It feels I still can't find the word for it. Just unfortunate is the best word I can find. I feel like we should take care of
Hmm.
these. I mean, you can do what you want with it, I suppose, but it is technically a coupon. You can use it if you'd like, but I just feel like we should take care of it because
Hmm.
it might not be entirely like our souls, but it feels incorrect to use it as a currency
Ah, I
to
see. Yeah, that
me.
makes sense.
So I'm going to look after mine, but you can of course do what you like with it. Um, I'm also I've also been invited to what I believe is going to be therapy.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I'm very excited, but also very nervous. Um, I'm
Hmm, yeah.
I'm hoping it can help me sort out some things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for that kind of thing, right?
Precisely. Um, I'm not sure if it's normal to ask of this, but I would appreciate it if you could come with me, if you would like.
Sure. Of course. Yeah. Sure.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me.
Yeah. Anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, is it today?
uh, it just says to I've been invited to this Celine Sanctum, and we can talk more, and I was given bound scrolls, so I'm assuming we can just go there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was conveniently given two.
Alrighty.
Uh, I'm. I feel like I should make. No, it's okay. I'm sure. I'm sure it's fine. We can go there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, pretty.
Celine Sanctum. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is very pretty.
Yeah. Oh, these trees are really nice.
It's a very moss. Oh, my boots. My boots are always making a mess. Oh
Oh,
no.
ah. Alright, I can put that right back.
Okay, thank you. Oh, look at that. An orange tulip. More orange tulips.
There's lots of them.
There's a pathway, apparently, that we are probably not following, apparently. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and then follow the pathway. Yep, there's a pathway.
Oh, yes. Aww. Oh, so cute.
Huh,
Hi.
they're adorable. Lots of moss. I like it. It's very nice. Huh. Hello? Rhea? Are you
Hi.
here?
Oh, I'm up here. I'll be right back. I'll be down in a second.
Okay.
Oh, look at these.
Oh,
That's
these are
so
very
pretty.
pretty.
Oh, come in. Hello, Oh, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Perhaps I should have
Oh, no,
messaged you.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can come anytime. I'm just not used to people coming so soon.
Is it all right that Jack is here?
Oh, of course. The Celine Sanctum is open to all.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, follow me this way. And
Okay.
don't mind the dogs. They're just protecting.
That's okay.
What?
Dogs are nice.
Oh, if you have a phone, you're totally free to connect to the router, but it will disconnect once you leave the premise.
That is okay. I do not have a phone.
I think you can get one at the Diamond Mall. I don't know. I asked Misty for one, so.
Pretty.
Thank you.
It's
I'm
very cozy.
honored. I'm also developing the other island, since there's two. But I have to clear out a bunch of things on the other islands first. Could I offer you guys anything to eat, drink, maybe? Juice? A cookie?
Oh, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
I cannot eat at the moment. My fuel is full.
Okay. That's okay. If you follow me this way, you guess you can begin your therapy whenever you're ready.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be, I suppose.
All right.
I will have to reorganize my inventory for a moment because things are misplaced
You're okay.
and not even, and I need things to be even. Jack, you may. I'm comfortable with Jack being here for this. If that's all right.
That is totally fine. I'd rather you be at your most comfortable when speaking about everything with me. And if you need to bring someone, that's totally okay. So, from what I believe, you've come to me because you're learning to... Is it because your emotions are overwhelming? Or is it just because it's not meshing well with your code? How do you feel
Both?
about...
Does both make sense? I think both.
It does make sense, but I think... Let me think about this properly. So you gained a soul 4 years? Or 4 months?
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Could I ask particularly how you gained that soul? If that's okay?
It's okay, and Jack knows as well. And I'm assuming that this will be not something that my mother will find out. It's confidential, right? I suddenly can't hear you, or you're not speaking.
Yeah.
Wow! My mic
Same.
muted on its own. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, it's completely confidential.
Okay, that's good. You see, I felt a very strong need to test my defenses, and I went out and I found someone that looked strong enough to help me test my defenses. And they ended up destroying me. In part because I did not tell them when I was about to be destroyed. Low on functionality. And also because I felt oddly determined to make things work. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And then I came back. Instead of what should have happened, which was my body malfunctions and Mother needs to repair me, I respond like everyone else does. And had a soul.
And just to double check, how do you feel about receiving your soul?
It has been very conflicting. In some ways, I am happy to feel more. Everything is so much brighter and so much more. But in other ways, that makes it very overwhelming. And like a lot, everything is suddenly much more. Which, in some senses, have been nice. Like my friendship with Jack and friendship with other people and connections that I have made feel stronger and more real. And then things like that I appreciated before, I actually feel like I like them now, like Moss. Like I appreciated Moss, but now I really do love Moss. But a lot of unfortunate things occurred in the last 4 months that caused a lot of stress and sadness that I had not experienced before, and I'm not sure if I am coping well with them.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I have a better understanding of how you feel now about your feelings. As for the unfortunate things that happened to you, if you'd like to share them with me, I would love to hear it. But of course, if it is too hard to think about, I will not force you to.
Well, I believe the first thing that occurred was I was hunted down by a ghost. I believe we found out that his name was Taz, and sometimes he was very scary and wanted to hurt me and others, and sometimes he just seemed lost and afraid, and not afraid, but I was afraid. I was very afraid. But I also felt bad for him because he seemed so lost, which was a very conflicting thing to feel for someone who was hunting you down. And then I made a friend named Willow who got lost. Kidnapped? It's still unclear to me exactly what occurred there, but they were gone for a while, and I was very scared for them because it was a very sudden disappearance, and the circumstances around there before they disappeared were very unfortunate. They had put on this bloody skull and were trying to hurt people. This came from the ghost, actually, that I mentioned earlier, Taz.
Yes.
So they were pulled to the night watch when for everyone else's safety, but Willow was just a kid, and it was very sad, and I wish I could have done more, but as soon as I was told to step back, I stepped back.
Yeah.
Which is where I started to realize my coding can be quite bothersome in many situations.
Mm-hmm.
A part of my coding is a bit old and is before I was even any kind of sentient. And I have to listen to commands from my mother and my uncle. I don't think they mean it, and they never really use it maliciously, from my understanding. But it does occur that in emergency situations and they tell me to step away or keep a distance, I have to keep a distance and I can't help. And that frustrates me. What else has occurred? There was a lot of lying going around me that I felt it was not my place to say anything about, but it was still a lot to process how easy it was for some people to lie. And finding out things about my mother and uncle that were not so good. My uncle says a lot of mean things about my mother, and my mother, I'm not entirely sure how honest she is with me. And that stresses me out. Is it all right that I'm talking so much? I'm sorry.
No. My ears are up and listening, so I want to hear as much as you'd like to talk about. So if you have a lot to say, I don't mind hearing it all at once, because it does help me paint a better picture. I am still relatively new, so there's just a lot of details that I need to piece together. So any and all details are welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about going on. I am happy to have you here as long as you'd like.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, we never did discuss what your payment would be. Of course, we can discuss that later, I suppose. I'm not too worried about it, but I don't want to forget about that.
Well, since it's your first time here, I won't really ask for a payment. I just ask that whenever you're here, to make sure that you are in a place of neutrality. Whether you're here to visit, or here to talk with me, or just here to get away from it all, that's what the Salim Sanctum has to offer. I just ask that you keep it peaceful. That's all. Anytime you're here.
I appreciate that. It's a very nice place. Not that I am the most keen on things not being peaceful, but it definitely makes one want to be extra peaceful.
It is a sanctuary for myself and anyone who seeks it.
That is very nice.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I have been contemplating many things as of very recently, after realizing that some rules in my coding conflict with letting myself do things that I want and act in ways that I would rather, and feel to the extent that I'd like to, if that would make sense.
That makes sense, yes.
And it has been presented to me that there may be a way that I can experience the world without my coding. And not have to worry about losing myself. so much. But there is still risks involved. And it is something I would like to figure out if, in the long run, if I would like to move forward with that step, and or if there is any way to make it so my coding and my emotions can balance each other instead of fight each other, if that. It's like a fork in the road, if that.
No. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're torn between. You're between a rock and a hard place, in a way.
Yes. It hurts now to fiddle with my coding, so I know if I try to go forward one path, it's going to hurt in some manner, and if I go the other path, it's going to hurt in a different manner, and I'm not entirely sure if there is anything else that I can do other than those two ways to make life less of a struggle is what I suppose I'm looking for. I understand that life is not easy, but I feel like it is a little more challenging for me than it seems to be for others, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just a biased perspective, though.
I will say that there will always be a time where everyone feels like the world is against them. There will always be a moment in someone's life where they are at their lowest. But the thing is, life will always continue to have its ups and downs. Just like how you've mentioned that when you have your feelings, you appreciate all the good feelings you receive, such as your friendship between you and Jack and everyone else. But then you can't cope with the bad things. For example, fear of being hunted down by Taz, or the fear you felt for Willow, or the stress and distrust you might feel when your family holds you at a distance and isn't completely honest with you. Those are all still feelings that you feel in life. And the hard pill to swallow is that you will always have a good balance between bad and good feelings. But you shouldn't let the bad feelings from stopping you from wanting to feel more. How do I put this? When you talked about your run-in with Taz, you were scared because they were hunting you down. But then you felt this empathy for them because they were lost. Right?
Yeah.
You have a very good heart, Ceeb. Whether it's mechanical or it's part of your soul. I think you're actually regulating your emotions because you can feel both in those moments. You can feel pity but fear at the same time. It's just a matter of how you continue to go forward with it. As for the two paths that you can take to either pick between your coding or pick between your emotions, I can't truly help with you because it's I'm just unfortunately a rabbit. If I had a solution to help you choose the less painful option and that can keep you still true to yourself, I would. But I'm not the very best when it comes to code. Since we didn't have that in my world. But I don't think you should close your options to just those two. I think if you. My advice is if you continue to push through with the bad feelings, if a lot of bad things have happened to you, there will be good things. You just have to, I guess, be patient. Do you know the saying? There's a saying that I used to tell people back on my world. There's a saying where after every storm, the skies will clear and there'll be a rainbow. So after every bad thing or after every wave of bad events, emotions, you will feel like giving up because you're facing these hardships. But if you give up, you'll never get to experience the good things that will happen. So, while you're unable to find a balance, that doesn't mean you can't find one at all. It's just that you might just not have all the information you need to find that balance. So don't, put yourself down too hard just because you don't have the answers right away. No one will have their answers right away, especially when it's something they're not used to. You've had a soul for 4 months, Ceeb. That's actually very little time. And I understand you went through a lot of emotions. But I guess it's time to just reflect on how each one truly makes you feel. And also understanding that that's just what comes with having emotions and a soul that helps you feel like that. You're not wrong in feeling for any of it. You're just experiencing things as everyone else would.
I did not see it that way.
You've had a soul for 4 months. I don't want to say you're being impatient. I just think you're being a little overwhelmed because this is something new, something different, something changing. But it's only time will tell how this will take you. I will say though, not to fiddle with your code anymore, at least for now. Just because I don't want it to hurt you. Let yourself feel emotions. All the good and the bad ones. Since you're not used to them, it'll be okay for you to get used to them, get used to crying, get used to feeling stressed. Well, not in the way that you should normalize crying and feeling stress and bad emotions, but understanding that that's just it's the hard pill to swallow of you will always have to feel a balance between the two. So, don't be impatient trying to find a solution for your emotions just yet. When you start feeling something that is new, don't be afraid of it right away. I think processing it and processing why you feel those would be the best. So you can also self-understand, understand for yourself as well the emotions so you can get used to them. And then also understand that some people might not be lying to you, but don't focus on people who would willingly hurt you. You have someone like Jack who came with you to attend today. You have other friends as well. I mean, when we all met at the glaciers, so many people were friendly with you. And I'm sure amongst that group, you have found friends as well. So, if you need, it's okay to have a distraction sometimes. Hang out with your friends. Spend some time doing things that you think you like. Appreciate everything that you can, because it will kind of help ease the bad emotions you feel and understand and help you understand that that's not all that there is for you.
Thank you.
You have a very big heart and a very kind soul from what I can tell so far, Ceeb.
I do my best.
And that's as good as you got to. And that's all you need to do. Your best.
I think that was a lot for today.
Of course.
But thank you.
Of course.
Perhaps we can go on an adventure, Jack.
Sure. Here, do you want a hug?
Hugs are nice.
Hug is always great to have. I'm very happy to have had you here. And, you know, you guys don't need to come here if just for therapy. You guys can always just come if you need to rest.
Okay, thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
Of course. I'll go ahead and take you guys back.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Ladders be a struggle.
I'll put rope in next time.
Are you sure you don't want any kind of payment for this one?
No. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, I'm happy to know that you got another perspective, though.
It is enlightening to hear another way that I could be thinking about things, and I think it is a much nicer way to think of things than where my head was at.
Sometimes people just need a little extra perspective when they're thinking about things, because depending on how they've grown or how they've been shown the world, sometimes it really prevents a more open-mindedness and creates a bias. So that's what people like me do to help, is just help you see another way. Don't think that any of your options are closed off with anything. There will always be another way. You just have to wait for it to open up to you, or pave it yourself.
Thank you.
Of course.
Take care.
You too.
I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Righty.